Hello, my friend. Welcome to the Gentle English Podcast. This is your moment to slow down, to listen, and to grow. You are not just learning English, you are building your future. Every time you listen, you are taking a step forward. And remember, small steps taken every day create big change. For the next 7 days, I will guide you. Each day, you will hear simple English. Each day, you will hear motivation. Each day, you will train your ears, your mind, and your heart. Think of this podcast as your safe space. Here, you do not need to rush. Here, you do not need to be perfect. Here, you are free to listen, to practice, and to grow at your own pace. So take a deep breath. Focus on this moment. This is your time. This is your journey. And today, it begins with a lesson. The importance of your time. Why do we start with time? Because time is life. If you use your time well, you grow. If you waste your time, you lose opportunities, and you lose progress. Many people say, I want to learn. I want to improve. I want to change my life. But then they wait. They wait for tomorrow. They wait for next week. They wait for the perfect time. But the truth is, there is no perfect time. The only time we have is now. Let me ask you something. Have you ever said to yourself, I will start tomorrow? Maybe you wanted to exercise. Maybe you wanted to study. Maybe you wanted to practice English. But you told yourself, not today. I am tired. I am busy. I will do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, and again you say, not today, maybe later. Then 1 week passes, 1 month passes, and nothing changes. Does this sound familiar to you? It happens to almost everyone. But I want you to understand this. Tomorrow is not real. Tomorrow is only a dream. The only real time you have is today. The only real time you have is this moment. That is why Benjamin Franklin said, lost time is never found again. When you waste time, it is gone forever. You cannot bring it back. That is why this moment is important. That is why you must start now. Think about this for a moment. Everyone in the world has the same 24 hours each day. A rich person has 24 hours. A poor person has 24 hours. A successful person has 24 hours. A lazy person has 24 hours. The difference is not in the hours. The difference is in how they use them. Some people use their hours to learn, to grow, to improve their lives. Others use their hours to wait, to watch, to waste. Which one are you? Now, let us connect this idea to English learning. Many people say, I want to speak English. I want to understand movies. I want to travel and communicate with people. But when it is time to practice, they say, I am too busy. I will practice later. Days pass, months pass, years pass, and still no progress. Do you know why? Because they are wasting their time. But here is the good news. You do not need to study English for 3 hours every day. You do not need a teacher every day. You only need to use small pieces of your time. Even 10 minutes a day can change you. Listen to English when you wake up. Read a short article when you eat breakfast. Repeat 1 sentence when you are walking. Use your time, do not waste it. There is a Chinese proverb that says, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Maybe you think, I should have started learning English earlier. I should have studied more last year. But do not feel bad. Yesterday is gone. You cannot change it. The best time to start was in the past, but the second best time is today. Start now. Start with this moment. Now I want you to imagine yourself 1 year from today. If you waste your time, if you keep waiting, then after 1 year, nothing will change. You will still dream, but you will not improve. But if you listen to English every day, if you use your time wisely, even for just 10 minutes, imagine how much progress you will make in 1 year. You will understand more words. You will feel more confident. You will see real change in yourself. The choice is yours. Remember what Mahatma Gandhi said. The future depends on what you do today. Not what you do tomorrow. Not what you plan for next year. Your future begins today. Your success begins today. Your English begins today. We discovered that the best time to start is now, not tomorrow. And today, we continue this journey with another powerful lesson about confidence. Confidence is the secret ingredient that can change your life. Confidence is the bridge between your dreams and your actions. Without confidence, you stop. Without confidence, you wait. Without confidence, you tell yourself, I cannot do it. And then nothing changes. But with confidence, you try. With confidence, you act. With confidence, you keep moving, even when things are hard. Confidence opens doors. It makes you stronger. And in your English journey, confidence is just as important as vocabulary or grammar. Let me ask you, have you ever felt nervous to speak English? Maybe you wanted to say something, but your heart started beating fast. Maybe your hands started to sweat. Maybe your mind went blank and you stayed quiet. Did that ever happen to you? If yes, you are not alone. This happens to almost every learner, and not just learners. This happens to people in every part of life. Students feel nervous before exams. Musicians feel nervous before concerts. Speakers feel nervous before presentations. Confidence is not about never feeling nervous. Confidence is about acting even when you feel nervous. Think of a baby learning to walk. The baby does not walk perfectly the first time. The baby falls again and again. But each time, the baby stands up and tries once more. The baby does not think, I am not good enough. The baby does not give up. And one day, the baby walks. Why? Because the baby kept trying. That is confidence, not perfection, not fearlessness. Just trying again and again. Now, let us connect this to English learning. Many people are afraid of mistakes. They think, if I say something wrong, people will laugh at me. People will not understand me. But let me ask you, when a child speaks and uses the wrong word, do you laugh at them? Of course not. You know they are learning, and the same is true for you. Your mistakes are not your enemy. Your mistakes are your teachers. Every mistake you make is proof that you are learning something new. Every mistake pushes you forward. So instead of saying, I am afraid to make mistakes, tell yourself, I am ready to learn from my mistakes. This small change in thinking can make a big difference. Let me share a story. There was a man who wanted to learn English. Every day he listened, but he never spoke. He was afraid. He thought, my pronunciation is bad. My grammar is not correct. People will laugh. But one day, he decided to try. He spoke a few sentences to a tourist. The tourist smiled and answered kindly. The man was surprised. He realized that speaking English was not as scary as he imagined. From that day, he spoke more and more. Slowly, his confidence grew. What changed? Not his grammar, not his vocabulary. What changed was his courage to try. Confidence is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. If you never speak, your confidence stays weak. But if you speak even a little, it grows. Every word, Every sentence, every small step makes you stronger. Here are 3 simple ways to build confidence in English. First, speak small. You do not need to give a big speech. Just say hello. Just order food. Just ask a question. Small actions create big results. Second, celebrate progress. Do not wait until you are perfect. Be happy when you understand one sentence. Be proud when you speak one phrase. Smile when you finish listening to this podcast. Every small win is a reason to celebrate. Third, practice daily. Remember what we said yesterday about time. Even 10 minutes each day is enough. 10 minutes of practice is like watering a plant. If you water it every day, it will grow strong. If you forget, it will wither. Now, pause for a moment and think. When was the last time you felt confident in English? Maybe you understood a word in a movie. Maybe you answered a question in class. Maybe you introduced yourself to someone. Remember that moment. Remember how it felt. That feeling is proof that you can be confident. And if you felt it once, you can feel it again and again. Imagine yourself 6 months from today. You are in a conversation in English. In the past, you were shy, but now you open your mouth and you speak. Maybe your grammar is not perfect. Maybe your accent is not perfect. But you are not afraid anymore. You are confident. Imagine that, feeling proud, free, excited. That version of you is waiting, and you can become that person if you choose confidence today. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face." Confidence is not about living without fear. It is about facing your fear. Every time you face it, you grow stronger. So today, my friend, do not hide from English. Do not run from speaking. Face it. Try, learn, grow, make mistakes, laugh at them, learn from them. That is how confidence is built. Now, let us make a promise together. Say these words with me. I will not let fear stop me. I will build my confidence step by step. I will learn from my mistakes. I will believe in myself. I will speak, I will try, and I will grow. Say it again, slowly, and believe it. Discipline is like a strong friend who pulls you forward, even when you don't feel like moving. Discipline says, I will do it, not because I feel like it, but because it is important. Let me ask you, have you ever started something with great excitement, but then stopped after a few days or weeks? Maybe you started exercising, reading, or practicing English. At first, you felt strong. You said, yes, I will do this every day. But after some time, you felt tired, busy, or bored, and you stopped. Does this sound familiar? If it does, you are not alone. Everyone struggles with this. And the reason is simple. Motivation is not enough. Motivation can start your journey, but discipline is what finishes it. Think of a farmer planting seeds. On the first day, the farmer is excited. He puts the seeds in the ground. On the second day, he waters them. On the third day, maybe he feels tired, but he still waters them. Weeks pass, and the farmer does not see much change. But every day he keeps watering. And then, slowly, the plant begins to grow. If the farmer only worked on the days he felt excited, the plant would die. But because of discipline, the plant lives and becomes strong. Your English is like that plant. If you only practice when you feel motivated, your growth will be weak. But if you practice every day with discipline, your English will grow strong. Now, let us connect this idea directly to English learning. Many people say, I will study 3 hours every day. But then after 3 days, they stop. Why? Because they relied only on motivation. Instead of trying to do too much, it is better to do a little bit every single day. Even 10 minutes of listening every day is more powerful than 3 hours once a week. Discipline is about being consistent, not about doing a lot all at once. Think about brushing your teeth. Do you brush your teeth only when you feel motivated? No, you do it every day because it is part of your routine. You don't ask yourself, "Do I feel like it today?" You just do it. That is discipline. Imagine if English practice became like brushing your teeth, something you just do. Every day, without thinking, without excuses. That is when you will see real change. Let me share a story. There was a student who wanted to learn English fluently. At first, he studied for hours, full of motivation. But after 1 week, he felt tired and gave up. Months passed, and his English did not improve. Later, he tried again, but this time with discipline. He made a rule. Every day, I will listen for 15 minutes. No matter what, I will not break this chain. Some days he felt motivated. Some days he felt tired, but he kept his promise. After 1 month, he noticed progress. After 6 months, his listening was much stronger. After 1 year, he could understand conversations, movies, and songs. What made the difference? Not big hours of study, not perfect conditions. The difference was discipline. Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. This means success is not about one big action, but about small actions repeated many times. If you make English a habit, if you make it part of your daily life, then success will come naturally. Now, I want you to reflect. Ask yourself, what small habit can you start today for your English? Maybe listening to this podcast every day. Maybe repeating 3 sentences every morning. Maybe writing 1 short message in English before bed. It does not need to be big. It only needs to be consistent. What matters is not how much, but how often. Let us make it practical. Here are 3 steps to build discipline in your English learning. Step 1. Make it small. Choose something so small that you cannot say no. For example, I will listen for 5 minutes each morning. Step 2. Connect it to a routine. Put it after something you already do. For example, after I brush my teeth, I will listen for 5 minutes. This makes it easier to remember. Step 3. Do it every day. Do not skip, even if you feel tired, even if you feel busy. Do it anyway. Remember, discipline means you do it not because you feel like it, but because you decided it is important. Pause for a moment and imagine yourself 1 year from today. If you practice English with discipline every day, even for 10 minutes, how much progress will you make? You will understand more, speak with more confidence, and feel proud of yourself. Now imagine the opposite. If you only study when you feel motivated, what will happen in 1 year? Probably nothing will change. The choice is yours. Jim Rohn, a famous speaker, once said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment." Your goal is to speak English. Discipline is the bridge that will take you there. Now, let us make another promise together. Say these words with me. I will practice English with discipline. I will not wait for motivation. I will do a little every day. I will stay consistent. I will build strong habits. And I will succeed. Now, why is patience so important in learning English or in any part of life? Because real growth takes time. We live in a fast world. We want things to happen quickly. We want results today, tomorrow, right now. But learning a language does not work that way. Just like a tree takes years to grow strong, your English takes time to develop. Without patience, you will feel frustrated. Without patience, you may give up. But with patience, you can enjoy the journey and see steady growth. Let me ask you, have you ever felt like your English is not improving? Maybe you listen, read, or practice, but you do not see big results. You think, why am I still slow? Why can't I speak fluently yet? And then, you feel discouraged. Does this sound familiar? If yes, you are not alone. Almost every learner feels this way. But here is the truth. Learning English is not about quick results. It is about slow, steady growth. Think about how children learn their first language. For the first year of life, they only listen. They do not speak. After 1 year, they say one word. After 2 years, they make small sentences. After 5 years, they can talk more, but they are still learning. It takes many years to master even their first language. And the same is true for you. Be patient. Step by step, word by word, your English will grow. There is a saying, great things take time, and your English is one of those great things. Let me share a story. There was a man who planted bamboo. For the first year, he watered it every day, but nothing grew. The second year, he watered it, and still nothing grew. The third year, he watered it again, and still no bamboo appeared. Many people told him, "Stop, it is useless. You are wasting your time." But the man continued. Then, in the 5th year, something amazing happened. The bamboo suddenly grew, so fast, so tall, stronger than many other plants. Why? Because for 5 years, the bamboo was growing roots under the ground. It was becoming strong inside before showing its strength outside. Your English is like bamboo. Maybe you do not see big results right away. But every time you listen, every time you read, every time you practice, you are growing roots. You are preparing. One day, suddenly you will notice that your English has grown strong. You will understand a conversation. You will watch a movie without subtitles. You will speak freely. But first, you must be patient while the roots are growing. Now, let us connect this to your practice. Patience means you do not judge yourself too quickly. Do not say, "I am not good at English," just because you made a mistake today. Do not say, "I will never improve," just because you forgot a word yesterday. Learning takes time. Progress is often invisible at first, but it is happening. Think of it like exercise. If you go to the gym one time, do you see muscles the next day? No. But if you keep going, after weeks and months, you see change. The same is true with English. Improvement is slow, but it is real. So how can you practice patience in your English learning? First, focus on the process, not only the result. Do not only think about fluency in the future. Instead, enjoy the small steps you take today, like listening to this podcast, reading a short story, or repeating a new sentence. The process is the victory. Second, celebrate small progress. Maybe today you understood one new word. Maybe you finished listening to an episode. Maybe you spoke one new phrase. These are not small. They are steps forward. Celebrate them. Third, compare yourself only with your past self, not with others. Do not look at someone else and say, "They are better than me." Instead, look at yourself and say, "Last year, I could not understand this. Today, I can." That is progress. That is growth. Now pause and reflect. Think back to 1 year ago. How much English did you know then? And how much do you know now? Even if the progress feels small, it is progress. And if you keep going with patience, imagine how much you will know 1 year from today. Remember what Leo Tolstoy once said: "The two most powerful warriors are patience and time." You already learned about time on day 1. Now you see that patience is its partner. Together, they make you unstoppable. You have already taken 4 powerful steps. You learned about using your time wisely. You learned about building your confidence. You learned about practicing with discipline. And you learned about being patient as you grow. Each of these lessons is preparing you for success, little by little, step by step. Today, we continue with another key lesson for both life and English learning: focus. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you gave your full attention to only one thing? No phone, no television, no quick glances at messages. Just one single task. Can you remember? For many people, it is not easy. We live in a world filled with noise and distractions. Our attention is pulled in every direction. And when our attention is divided, our progress is weak. Focus is the opposite of distraction. Focus is the art of being fully present. It means your eyes, your ears, your thoughts, and your heart are all in one place at one time. Take a deep breath right now. Inhale slowly. Exhale slowly. This moment is your focus. Think of sunlight. When sunlight spreads wide, it is warm. But when sunlight is concentrated through a magnifying glass, it becomes powerful. It can even start a fire. Focus is like that magnifying glass. It takes your energy and directs it with strength. Now let us connect this to English learning. Imagine 2 learners. The first listens to English for an hour while scrolling on their phone. The second listens for only 10 minutes, but gives full attention. Who learns more? The second learner, because focus makes every minute count. Pause and reflect. How do you usually practice English? Do you sometimes check your phone while listening? Do you rush through a text without really paying attention? Be honest with yourself. Awareness is the first step to change. When you practice with focus, your learning becomes deeper. When you listen, focus only on listening. Notice the rhythm of the words, the rise and fall of the voice, the way sounds connect. When you read, focus only on reading. Feel the words in your mind. When you speak, focus only on your message, not on your mistakes. Here is a small practice you can try. Next time you listen to English, choose one sentence that you like. Repeat it 3 times with your full attention. Close your eyes if you want. Listen to your own voice. Feel the sounds. This small focused act can make a big difference. Let us pause here. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself sitting in a quiet room, learning English. No noise, no phone, no distractions. Just you, the words, and your focus. Can you feel how calm and powerful that moment is? That is the energy of focus. Now, let us talk about how to build your focus every day. First, create a ritual. A ritual tells your brain it is time to concentrate. Maybe you light a candle. Maybe you take one deep breath. Maybe you put on your headphones. A small action, repeated often, prepares your mind for focus. Second, start small. Do not worry if you cannot focus for long. Begin with 5 minutes of full attention. Then increase to 10 or 15. Step by step, your focus grows stronger. Third, remove distractions. Turn off notifications. Put your phone away. Create a small, quiet space for your practice. Give yourself the gift of silence. Let us pause again. Think about your biggest distraction. Is it your phone? Is it noise around you? Is it your own wandering thoughts? Say it quietly to yourself. Now imagine putting that distraction aside, like setting down a heavy bag. Feel how much lighter you are without it. There is a quote from Confucius that says, "The man who chases two rabbits catches none." If you try to do too many things at once, you lose them all. But if you chase one rabbit with focus, you succeed. In English learning, this means one podcast, one page, one step at a time. I want to share a story. A student once tried to learn everything at once. He read many books, watched many shows, studied long lists of words, but he remembered very little. Then he changed. He chose one short book and read it slowly, with focus, every day. He repeated sentences. He listened to the audio. He noticed small details. After 1 year, his English had grown more than ever before. The difference was not more time. The difference was focus. Pause again. Think about your own learning. What is one small step you can focus on today? Maybe it is one podcast. Maybe it is 5 new words. Maybe it is repeating one sentence until you know it by heart. Decide now. Now, let us make a promise together. Say it with me clearly. I will give my full focus to my English practice. I will remove distractions. I will set clear goals. I will be present in each moment. Each one is important. But today, we will talk about something that ties them all together. Without it, your progress will be weak. With it, your progress will be powerful. Today's lesson is consistency. Consistency means doing something again and again, even when you do not feel like it. It means taking small steps every day. It means showing up, not just once, but many times. Let me ask you this. Have you ever started something with excitement, but then stopped after a week or two? Maybe it was exercise. Maybe it was learning a new skill. Maybe it was practicing English. In the beginning, you felt strong, but then life became busy. You skipped one day, then another, and finally, you stopped. Does that sound familiar? Most people experience this. Consistency is the solution. Progress is not about doing a lot in one day. Progress is about doing a little every day. A drop of water seems small, but drops of water falling again and again can break a stone. That is the power of consistency. Pause for a moment. Think about this. What is something you have done every day for many years? Maybe brushing your teeth. Maybe checking your phone. Maybe drinking water in the morning. These small actions become habits. You do not even think about them anymore. They are automatic. This is what we want for your English learning too. We want it to become a habit. Now, let us connect this to your English practice. Listening to one podcast may not make you fluent. Reading one article may not change your life. But if you listen every day, if you read every day, if you practice a little every day, the results will surprise you. Consistency multiplies small steps into big progress. Imagine this. You listen to English for 10 minutes a day. After one day, not much changes. After 1 week, you notice a small difference. After 1 month, you understand more words. After 6 months, you can follow conversations more easily. After 1 year, your English feels natural. This is the power of daily action. Let us pause again. Close your eyes and imagine yourself 1 year from today. You are listening to English with ease. You are speaking with confidence. You are smiling because you know you stayed consistent. Can you see that version of yourself? That future is waiting for you. but only if you stay consistent today. There is a Japanese proverb that says, "Fall 7 times and stand up 8." Consistency is not about never failing. It is about always standing up again. You may miss a day, you may forget sometimes, but if you stand up and return, you are still consistent. The secret is not perfection. The secret is persistence. Let me give you 3 simple ways to build consistency. First, make it small. Do not promise to study for 2 hours every day. If you cannot, promise yourself 10 minutes. 10 minutes is enough to keep the habit alive. Second, connect it to something you already do. Listen to English while drinking coffee. Read a short text after brushing your teeth. Speak 1 sentence before you sleep. By connecting your practice to daily habits, it becomes natural. Third, track your progress. Keep a notebook. Mark each day you practice. When you see the marks growing, you feel proud. You see your consistency becoming real. Pause again. Think about 1 small English habit you can start today. Maybe listening in the morning. Maybe repeating 1 phrase at night. What is the small step you can promise yourself every day? Decide it now. There is a famous quote by Aristotle. He said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. This means success is not 1 big action. Success is many small actions, repeated again and again. Now, let us make a promise, together. Say it with me clearly. I will be consistent. I will practice English every day, even if it is small. I will keep going. I will not stop. If you are here today, it means you stayed with me all the way. You gave yourself the gift of time. You built confidence. You practiced discipline. You learned patience. You developed focus. And you discovered the power of consistency. That is already a big achievement. You should feel proud of yourself. Today, we will talk about something even deeper. Something that gives meaning to everything you do. Something that keeps you strong even when the road is difficult. That is purpose. Purpose is your why. It is the reason behind your actions. Without purpose, it is easy to stop. With purpose, you can keep going, no matter what. Purpose gives you direction, like a compass. Purpose gives you energy, like fuel for your journey. Pause here for a moment. Ask yourself, why do I want to learn English? Is it for my studies, for my career, for travel, for making friends around the world, for understanding books, movies, or music? Or is it for something even greater, like connecting with people in a deeper way? There is no wrong answer, but knowing your purpose gives you strength. Think of a runner. If the runner does not know why they are running, they will stop when they feel tired. But if the runner knows there is a finish line, a goal, a reason, they keep moving even when their legs hurt. That is the power of purpose. Now let us connect this to your English learning. If your only thought is, I must learn English, it may feel heavy. But if your thought is, I want to speak with my children in English, or I want to travel confidently, or I want to get a better job, or I want to grow as a person, then every step feels meaningful. Purpose transforms hard work into joyful work. Pause and reflect again. What is your personal purpose for learning English? Close your eyes and say it quietly to yourself. I am learning English because... Fill in your own reason. Feel it in your heart. Here is something important to understand. Your purpose can change as you grow. At first, maybe your purpose is school. Later, maybe it becomes work. Later, maybe it becomes connection with people. That is natural. The important thing is to always remember why you started and why you continue. Let me share a story. A woman once began learning English because she wanted to pass an exam. That was her purpose. She studied hard and passed, but after that, she felt empty and stopped practicing. Later, she realized her deeper purpose was to communicate with people around the world. When she discovered that purpose, she returned to English with joy. This time, she did not stop. Purpose makes the difference between short success and long success. Now, let us bring this lesson back to you. Ask yourself, how will English help my life? How will English help the people I love? How will English open new doors for me? When you answer these questions, you find your purpose. And once you know it, you will not give up easily. There is a quote from Friedrich Nietzsche that says, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." It means if you have a strong purpose, you can overcome any difficulty. Let us pause again. Imagine yourself 2 years from now. You are speaking English with confidence. You are achieving your goals. You are smiling because you know why you worked so hard. You know your purpose carried you here. Now, my friend, let us finish this journey with a promise. Say it with me clearly. I know my purpose. I learn English for a reason. My purpose will guide me. My purpose will give me strength. My purpose will help me succeed. Say it again with more feeling. I have a purpose. I will not stop. I will grow. I will succeed. Each lesson is a tool you can carry with you. Each lesson is a step toward your brighter future. But remember, this is not the end. This is only the beginning. The journey of English learning is a long road, and now you are stronger, wiser, and ready to continue. Goodbye for now, and remember this. Purpose gives meaning to your learning. With time, confidence, discipline, patience, focus, and consistency, your purpose will carry you forward. And with purpose in your heart, nothing can stop you.